Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and absolutely fascinated by the levels of stupidity RFK Jr. reached with his ridiculous Central Park Bear Cub crash cover-up and confession that even had Roseanne Barr looking for a way out. It is just cringe and bonkers, but there are some wild things in and out of this story from the frog-throated brainworms guy. So let's get into this and more.
And that woman in a van in front of me hit a bear and killed it, a young bear. So I pulled over and I picked up the bear and put him in the back of my van because I was going to skin the bear, and it was very good condition, and I was going to put the meat in my refrigerator. And you can do that in New York State. You can get a bear tag for a roadkill bear.
I call BS on this immediately. A woman in a van, and then he's in a van too. How did he know there was a lady at the wheel? He doesn't mention the two of them at the side of the road trying to revive this beast giving bear CPR. Off the bat, I'm saying RFK Jr. hit the bear. But what's crazy, and again, we're just getting started, is that he claims he wanted the bear meat and to skin it. This guy is worth $50 million. If you're a multimillionaire and you're eating roadkill, you should have all of your money taken away. You're not saving anything. You'd have been better off for nature just to take its course. But let me tell you something about bear meat. It is super dangerous to eat. And you know what you can get from bear meat? Happens all the time? Worms. Yeah. Thanks for taking in this bald comedian's take on things. Please join the best subscribers on YouTube while I blast the latest and stupid and more.
So Crazy Kamala picks Tim Walz, a veteran, a coach, and a teacher. Well, you know what? My guy bangs couches. And I know the American people will agree that raw dogging corduroy is far more impressive than football, social studies, and the Army combined.
This is really cool.
And so then we went hawking, and I had the bear in my car. And then we had a really good day, and we went late. We were catching a lot of game, and the people really loved it, so we stayed late. And instead of going back to my home in Westchester, I had to go right to the city because there was a dinner at Peter Luger's Steakhouse.
Yes, part of this story is the roadkill guy talking about leaving the dead animal in his van while he went to a steakhouse so nice they don't even put the prices on the menu. Bear just marinating in there. Bears stink. They absolutely stink. And that's when they are alive, okay? This is just crazy. He wasn't nipping into Burger King. He was sitting in a steakhouse that has 2.5 hour seatings.
And at the end of the dinner, it went late, and I realized I couldn't go home. I had to go to the airport. And the bear was in my car, and I didn't want to leave the bear in the car.
Okay, first he forgot that he had to go to dinner, and then he's saying the dinner went long and he had to take a flight, so I guess he forgot he had to take a flight too. This is all such nonsense.
You know, at that time, this was a little bit of the redneck in me. There'd been a series of bicycle accidents in New York. They had just put in the bike lanes, and saw a couple of people had gotten killed, and it was every day, and people had gotten badly injured. Every day it was in the press. And so I thought, I wasn't drinking, of course, but people were drinking with me who thought this was a good idea.
See, Roseanne became the queen of bad ideas, and even she's not so sure about this. The redneck in me, this is one of the wealthiest families in America.
And I said, I had an old bike in my car that somebody had asked me to get rid of it. I said, let's go put the bear in Central Park and we'll make it look like he got hit by a bike. It'll be fun and funny for people. So everybody thought that's a great idea. So we went and did that, and we thought it would be amusing for whoever found it or something.
Again, such BS. Now this multimillionaire is the guy that makes bikes disappear. And he's clearly not great at it. Imagine seeing that article. Dude, I asked you to get rid of my bike and you used it to stage a bear murder. How would encountering a large dead animal on a path be something Hilarious, something cheery for the family. I have a lot of relatives in New York that bike Central Park with their kids. I've biked Central Park. And you know what I don't want to discover when I'm cruising a bend at high speed? A bear and a bike on the ground. It is bloody dangerous. He's talking about people getting injured, people dying on bike paths, and he's going along with putting a bear and a bicycle on a bike path. Hilarious.
The next day, it was like, it was on every television station. It was the front page of every paper. And I turned on the TV and there was like a mile of yellow tape and there were 20 cop cars. There were helicopters flying over it. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? And then there was some people on TV in Tyvek suits with gloves on lifting up the bike, and they're saying they're gonna take this up to Albany to get a fingerprinted. And I was worried because my prints were all over that bike.
Now, I don't think we need to involve the Mythbusters gang, but bears aren't that small. Cubs hit 70 pounds in their first year, which is what female German Shepherds max out at. So don't tell me that crashing into one with a 10-speed will kill it. Also, cyclists often encounter bears on trails, and most carry pepper spray on the off chance that they have a run-in with an aggressive bear. Your bike is not a self-defense mechanism. It was a media frenzy and a real case, but I guess they never dusted it for Prince, or they did and he paid someone off until now. In my opinion, he should have to cut a check to the city for all the wasted resources. So why was he telling the story now? Because the New Yorker is running a piece on him, a hit piece, that details this story. And before publication, this is just standard, they will ask you for comments. So he was trying to get a jump on it, only to land in a pile of bear dung face first.
Been no bears in the park for a long, long time. It seems as if someone brought the thing there, which is really sad.
It is really sad. I mean, at the time the story broke, Don Jr. got on his gold 10-speed and started doing laps of Central Park, hoping to hit a bear on the off chance it was a cocaine one. A truly bonkers twist to this is that the journalist covering this cover-up in the New York Times was Tatiana Schlossberg. Oh, I should mention her full name. Tatiana Cecilia Kennedy Schlossberg. Yes, his cousin reported on this, and in a recent statement she said, like law enforcement, I had no idea who was responsible for this when I wrote the story. Again, why didn't they dust it for Prince? I mean, they must have. There must have been some sort of cover-up with this. It's crazy. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks with this button.
They are. I'm out on the campaign trail every day. Not a day goes by where I don't have Democrats come up and say, I'm voting for you. I voted for you in the last election. I can't believe what's happening to our country. But, you know,
I'll take things that never happened for 1,000, Alex. I'm still amazed by this woman's commitment to the filter. It's like she went full Guilfoyle digitally. If anyone comes up to her, it's to see what she actually looks like in real life, because every interview she does is through 5 different Instagram lenses. I'm glad they put her in there to run. Now we know Trump's going to win. MAGA tears. Kyle flipped back to Trump, MAGA strong. MAGA tears. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up, leftoid. Nobody cares what you have to say about anything. MAGA tears. Now, I don't think we need to involve the Mythbusters gang. I don't think we need to involve the I know it's coming, so I can't say it. I'll BS on this immediately. He's in a van, and there's a woman in a van as well. How did he know there was a lady at the wheel? He doesn't mention the two of them at the side of the road trying to revive. Really sad. At the time this story broke, Don Jr. got on his gold 10-speed and started doing laps of Central Park, hoping to hit a bear on the chance it was a cocaine one. I have had heaps of comments from people saying that they were automatically unsubscribed, my videos weren't in their feed, they weren't getting my notifications, and over the last few months, my views went from averaging 80 to 100,000 to 15 to 25,000, even though my analytics show viewer retention is in the top of YouTube, which is their most important metric. Help me fix this. Please make sure that you are subscribed and that you have all my notifications on. And when you finish this video, stick around, check out another one of mine, and leave a new comment. If you have time, do it again. According to David Pakman, who also had this problem, this will disrupt the algorithm that has been trying to bury liberal creators. And check out my join button that makes you a member of my channel, giving you access to a variety of unique perks while supporting this one-man show. Thanks for watching. Be cool, be kind, take care.